Okay, any pains or injuries before we start? We're good? Okay. Good day, everyone. This is Stephen Cheng coming to you live from 333 Grand in downtown Jersey City, New Jersey. Please visit my website, simhayoga.com, for the hybrid schedule, which is in person here at 333 Grand, as well as through Zoom. You can register for class through ubindi.com. And if you're watching this on YouTube, classes are $10, and you can pay through Venmo or PayPal. Payment information is on the bottom of the video, as well as my website, simhayoga.com. Today's class is Intermediate Advanced Lab. It is a level 2, level 3. If you're working with any kind of special conditions or limitations, make sure you do modify poses or skip poses altogether if they're not right for you. Always being mindful that you're making some good decisions about your movement practice. And always being mindful not to create any injuries or perpetuate any injuries. Now, if your lower back or your hips are tight, you might want to elevate and sit up on a block, a book, or a blanket. All right, let's sit up tall. Palms face up. Fingers come to Jnana Mudra, thumb and index fingers touching. And as you ground evenly through your seat, elongate through your spine. And with the lips touching, start to regulate your breath by breathing only through your nose. And let your inhales even out with your exhales. Three ohms together. Inhale. Keeping the eyes closed, hands together in prayer in front of the heart, pressing the thumbs into your heart, heart back into the thumbs, lifting the heart up toward the sky, setting your intention for yoga practice, devoting your practice to someone or something or to yourself, your supreme self that lives within your heart, chanting the mantra for purification, purifying the space in which you practice yoga. Call and response. Om Pavitraha, Om Pavitraha, Pavitrawa, Pavitrawa, Sarva Vushtan, Gatopiwa, Yaha Smarit, Pundrikaksham, Sapahya, Bihyandraha, Suchihi. Starting to open the eyes. Okay, give me 1 second. Something changed. Make sure all the equipment is still working. All right. Everything seems to be working. Okay. Inhale. Lengthen through the spine. Exhale, right ear to the right shoulder, right hand to the left side, elongating through the left side of the neck. This way. And chin toward the right shoulder. Continue to pull gently to the back of the head. So you're trying to stretch your neck and your shoulders. Inhale, release, come back to center, drop the right hand. Left ear to the left shoulder, left hand to the right side. And chin toward the left shoulder. Release, back to center. Drop left hand, chin toward the chest. Big circles with the head in one direction, ear to one side. Roll it back, opposite side. Roll it center. A few more rounds at your own pace. So moving the neck, the shoulders, upper spine. And take one more giant circle, chin back toward the chest, and pause. And then taking the opposite direction and moving just as slowly. And then chin back toward the chest again, lifting the chin parallel to the floor and neutral spine. Extend the legs forward, separating your feet. Hands to either side of you and turn your toes toward each other, and then roll them out. Draw in, roll out, draw in. Take outer rotation, circling the ankles. So you're now moving your hip joints, knee joints, ankle joints. And so hopefully, Jessica, you can hear me fine. And back to center, switch them around. Inner rotations. And back to center again. Cross your shins, but take the opposite shin on top. So this is your non-dominant crossing of the legs. You might feel a little bit awkward, a little bit tighter on this side. So we're doing things and trying to do things like a math equation, right? What you do to one side, you do equally to the other side. So by taking the non-dominant crossing of the legs, now you're taking that hip and that knee and then trying to kind of even it out with the dominant side. All right, inhale, take the arms up high and extend. Exhale, twist to the right. Stay twisting. Raise your right arm up over the ear and then tilting over toward the left side, getting into a right side stretch. Take it back up to vertical and wrap the right arm to grab the left knee. So your arms are crossed. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward and round the spine. As you fold forward and round the spine, pull the tops of the knees toward each other, so that will give you a sense of a broadening of the mid and upper back. And then slowly rise up with eagle arms. So keep your arms crossing. Right arm is on top. Inhale, lift the elbows up, gaze up. On the exhale, round forward. 3 times, up and down. Inhale, roll it up, elbows up, gaze up, floor back bend. Exhale, round it forward. 1 more time. Inhale, roll it up. Exhale, round it forward. Now stay forward folding. If you're less flexible, maybe you're hovering in space. If you have more range, maybe touch your fingertips down, maybe touch your forearms down and fold. So all of this depends on your range of motion, how far you can forward fold, how much extension you have with your arms. On the inhale, take it back up to vertical, keeping your eagle arms. On the exhale, twist to the right. So press your right arm up against your left. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist your left. Inhale back to center. Shift back toward the sacrum and raise your shins parallel to the floor and balancing here. Then on the inhale, lengthen the legs. On the exhale, bend the knees and hover. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend. Lengthen. Bend, lengthen, bend, lengthen, bend. Staying here to hold. However, if you're better with your extensions, with your hamstrings, and you can extend the legs fully, hold it here with your legs extended, otherwise bending the knees. For 3, 2, 1. When you cross your shins again, come back to your non-dominant shin on top. And then release. As you extend the arms out, let the palms face up and reach up. Exhale, twist to your left. Left hand behind you. Right hand to your left knee. Seated spinal twist. Then reach the left arm up and overhead and side bending toward the right. Come back up to vertical and wrap the left arm over your right to grab the right knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. So in this forward fold, round your spine as much as you want, and then actively pull the tops of the knees toward each other so you feel a nice broadening of the upper back and the mid back. Then inhale, come up to eagle arms, so your left arm should be on top this time. Inhale, lift the elbows up, gaze up. Exhale, round forward. Inhale, roll it up to vertical, into a back bend. Exhale, round it forward. One more time. Inhale, roll it up into a back bend. Exhale, round it forward. Stay forward folding, either hovering in space, touching your hands down, or touching your forearms. So whatever that might mean to you. Slowly roll it back up to vertical. Exhale, twist your left. Press your left arm up against your right. Inhale back to center. Twist to the other side. Back to center again. Shift back toward the sacrum. Again, free up your legs. And then this time, you'll flex your feet. Open the legs. Draw them toward each other. Open, close. Open, close, open, close, open, close. 5 more of those, or legs are extended. Open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close. Bend your knees again. Wrap with the non-dominant shin on top. Come back to vertical. And then as you release, extending the arms out, palms face up, reach up. Exhale, side bending over to the right. Right hand to the floor, left arm overhead, and reach. Then bend your left elbow, left hand to the back of the head, and then left elbow toward the right knee. Inhale, take it back up. Left elbow toward the right knee. Inhale, take it back up 5 times. Left elbow, right knee. Inhale, back up. Left elbow, right knee. Inhale, back up. Left elbow, right knee. Inhale, back up. Re-extend the left arm and reach. And then come all the way up and switching sides. Left hand down, right arm overhead, and extend. Then bend your right elbow, right hand to back of the head. Right elbow, left knee. Inhale, take it back up. Right elbow, left knee. Inhale, back up. Right elbow, left knee. Inhale, back up 2 more times. Right elbow, left knee. Inhale, back up. Right elbow, left knee. Inhale, back up. Re-extend the right arm. Take it back up to vertical. Legs forward, and then forward fold. You can grab your feet, your ankles, or your shins. Be sure that you're lengthening through the spine and come to a neutral spine, and then hinge at the hips and come forward, trying to maintain that neutral spine as you continue to forward fold. All right, so in your forward fold, try not to immediately round the spine, but instead come to neutral, then work from that neutral spine. So you get much more of a benefit of lower back stretch. And make your way back up. Bend your knees, swing the legs back behind you, down dog, and start to pedal out the legs. Walk it out side to side. All right, come back to stillness in your down dog. Inhale, raise your right leg up, 3-legged dog. Exhale, right knee in toward the nose and round the spine. 3 times. Inhale, kick it up. Exhale, right knee in toward the nose. Inhale, kick up. Exhale, right knee in. Hold it here. 3, 2, 1. Kick it back up. Open up the hips and bend the right knee. Stacking of the hips to open up the hips. Re-extend the right leg. Square off. Stepping. Your right foot forward. Back heel comes down for warrior 1. Arms up high to extend. On the inhale, lengthen front leg, reach up higher. Exhale, bend the front knee, arms alongside. Lengthen and reach up. Bend the front knee, arms alongside. Lengthen, reach up. Keep the arms reaching. Bend the front knee, warrior 1. Open it up, warrior 2. Same thing here. Lengthen front leg, reach the arms up high. Bend the front knee, warrior 2. Lengthen front leg, reach the arms. Exhale, bend the front knee, warrior 2. Inhale, lengthen, reach up. Bend the front knee, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior, right arm up and back. Exhale, side angle. You can modify elbow to top of the knee or the right hand to the floor. As you stack your shoulders, raise your left arm up. Inhale, all the way back up, reverse warrior. Exhale, hands to the floor, right foot stepping back, plank. Inhale, one breath. Exhale, lower all the way down to the belly. Keep the hands alongside the rib cage. 3 progressive cobras. Inhale, lift up, baby cobra. So your belly and your lower ribs stay on the floor. Exhale, lower almost all the way down. Inhale, lift up a little bit higher. So this time your belly and your lower ribs away from the floor. Exhale, lower almost all the way down. Inhale, lift up even higher. If you have full extension of your arms for cobra, take it. If you need to still bend your elbows a little bit, keep it there. So 3 progressive cobras to articulate your spine, moving a little higher every time. All right, bending the elbows all the way down, child's pose. Feet toward the heels and fold. Stretching your lower back, coming out of the back bend into a forward bend. And then down dog. Inhale, left heel up, 3-legged dog. Exhale, left knee in toward the nose and round. 3 times. Inhale, kick it up. Exhale, left knee in. Inhale, kick up. Exhale, left knee in and stay there. 3, 2, 1. Kick it up. Open up the hips. Bend the left knee. As you stack the hips, left knee is reaching up, right heel is reaching down. Re-extend the left leg. Square off your hips. Stepping the left foot forward. Back heel down. Warrior 1. Arms up high. On the inhale, lengthen front leg, reach up higher. Bend the front knee, arms alongside. Lengthen, reach up. Bend the front knee, arms alongside. Lengthen, reach up, keep the arms extended. Bend the front knee, warrior 1. Then open it up for warrior 2. And same thing here. Lengthen front leg, reach up high. Bend the front knee, warrior 2. Lengthen, reach up. Warrior 2. Lengthen, reach up. Warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior, left arm up and back. Exhale, side angle. Modifying elbow to the knee or the hand to the floor, right arm reaching up as you stack your shoulders. Inhale, come up, reverse warrior. Hands to the floor, left foot stepping back, plank. Inhale, one breath. Exhale all the way down to the belly. So 3 progressive cobras again. Inhale, lift up, baby cobra. Exhale, lower almost all the way down. Inhale, lift up a little bit higher. Exhale, almost all the way down. Inhale, lift up even higher. Full extension of your arms for cobra if you have it. Bending up the elbows if you need it. And then all the way down, child's pose. Feet toward the heels and fold. Down dog. Inhale, right heel up, open up the hips, bend the right knee. Right knee to the outside of the right arm and touch 3 times. Kick back up. Right knee outside of the right arm and touch. Kick back up. Right knee outside the right arm and touch, and hold it here for 3, 2, 1. Kick it back up, 3-legged dog, stepping your right foot forward. Warrior 1, arms up high. Left hand catching your right wrist, extend up. Notice the palm is facing up as you catch your right wrist, and side bending to your left. All right, so the reason why you want to flip the palms up, the left palm up, is because you want to shorten that left arm so that you can pull a little bit more effectively to get lengthier on the right side. Inhale, come up, switch sides. Right palm facing up, catching your left wrist, extend, and then side bend. Take it back up to vertical, warrior 1. Wrap the right arm back behind you, left arm forward, and bend your left elbow. Inhale, draw the left elbow back. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, draw the left elbow back. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, draw back. This time, exhale, twist to the right. Stay twisting. Lean forward, hook the left arm to outer right knee, a half-bound revolve twist, or revolve side angle. Inhale, come up. Reverse warrior. Lengthen out the right leg for triangle. Tip the left hip back, reach your right hand further. Right hand to top of the shin to modify a little bit lower if you need it, or right hand directly to the floor if you have the full extension of the pose. Inhale, come up, reverse triangle. Right arm up and back. Bend the front knee, hands to the floor, right foot stepping back, plank. Inhale, one breath. Exhale, lower all the way down to the belly. So version 2 of your progressive cobras. We're going to hold it. Inhale, come up, baby cobra, and hold. Press into your hands. Lift up a little higher and hold. Press into your hands. Lift up even higher. Stay here and then turn to look over your right shoulder, working into your cervical spine. Back to center, twist to your left. Back to center, bend the elbows all the way down and into child's pose. Feet toward the heels and fold. Down dog. Inhale, left heel up, open up the hips, bend the left knee. Left knee outside of the left arm and touch 3 times. Inhale, kick it back up. Left knee outside the left arm and touch. Kick back up. Left knee outside of the left arm. And hold it here. 3, 2, 1. Kick it back up. Step the left foot forward, warrior 1. So you guys can leave your stuff there, and then you can take the spots over here on this side, okay? Warrior 1. Right hand catching the left wrist, extend up and side bending over to the right. Inhale, take it back up, switch hands, extend, side bending to your left. Take it back up to vertical, warrior 1. Wrap the left arm back behind you, right arm forward, and bend your right elbow. Inhale, draw the right elbow back. Exhale, twist to your left. Inhale, draw the right elbow back. Exhale, twist to your left. Inhale, draw back. Exhale, twist, and stay twisting to your left. Lean forward, hook the right arm to outer left knee, a twisted side angle with a half bind. Continue to look to stack your shoulders and rotate gently but deeply to the left. Inhale all the way back up into reverse warrior. Lengthen out the left leg, triangle pose. Left hand to top of the shin or to the floor, right arm up. So cat, we have quite warmed up. Make sure you don't overdo it. Warm up a little bit, go slow before you catch up with us, okay? So you're quite cold right now, so you don't want to overdo it. Inhale, come up, reverse triangle. Bend the front knee, hands to the floor, left foot stepping back, plank. Inhale, one breath. Exhale, lower all the way down to the belly. So again, 3 progressive cobras, version 2. Inhale, lift up, baby cobra. So your belly and your lower ribs stay on the floor. Press into your hands. Lift up a little higher. So belly and lower ribs away from the floor. Press into your hands. Full extension of your arms for cobra if you have it. So this time we'll look up. Stretching the throat, compressing the back of the cervical spine. And then chin toward the chest, the opposite, compressing the front of the cervical spine and expanding the back. Come back to neutral, looking forward, bend the elbows all the way down, and child's pose. Feet toward the heels and fold. And down dog. Inhale, right heel up. Exhale, right knee comes into twist and touch a left arm Inhale, kick it back up 3 times. Right knee comes into twist, touch your left arm. Inhale, kick it back up. Right knee comes into twist, kick it back up. Stepping your right foot forward. Warrior 1, arms up high. Wrap the hands back behind you, interlace your fingers. Broaden your shoulders, reach your knuckles back, gaze up, looking up into a back bend. Bow forward, devotional warrior, crown of the head toward the inside of the foot. As you continue to reach your knuckles up and overhead. Stay in the forward fold and release your hands to the floor for support. You're going to shift back to Skandasana squat by bending your left knee. Draw the seat toward the left heel and flex your right foot. And then you're going to shift it back forward into a deeper lunge. So allow the right knee to go further past your ankles if you can. And then shift it all the way back into your Skandasana squat. 2 more times. Come forward. Draw back. Come forward. And this time, when you draw back, stay there in your squat. Now, if you can, try to keep the left heel down. If you cannot and you have to stay on your tiptoes, then keep your hands supporting. So do the best you can. So actually, Michelle, to the back of the room. Switch directions. Yeah. All right, so once you're here, if you have the back heel down and you can balance, then hands together in prayer. Right? If you're on your tiptoes and you cannot fully balance, then keep your hands on the floor for support. If you have better extension, taking the bind, wrap the left arm around the left shin, right hand back behind you, and taking your bind, and then as you bind, look past your right shoulder forward. If you have the hands on the floor, you're doing the same thing. Hands are supporting, you're looking past your right shoulder. Stay in your squat, releasing your hands. You're going to fold over your right leg. So right hand to outside the right leg, square forward over your right leg, left arm extending, and fold over your right leg. You're still hovering here, right? You're still squatting. So cat, switch hands. Right hand to the floor, left arm forward. Yeah. So when you're taking a forward fold in this position, right, you always want opposite hand and foot to make contact because you want to square over that leg, and that requires a twist. Now release and sit all the way down, and we're going to take Skandasana, the full pose. So the left knee is up, and the left toes are pointing horizontally to the side. Right hand grabbing the left ankle. Side bend over the right leg. Reach your left arm overhead and extend. Now either just reaching forward, or if you can bind the left hand to the right foot, go ahead and take the bind. Start to release. Inhale, come back up. Left hand to the floor behind you. Wrap the right arm around the left knee and twist to the back of the room. So you may stay here as an option. Those of you who are arm balancers, you can take Kundiyasana 1. So you're going to lift the seat, twist to the back of the room. Right arm to outer left leg, and take the arm balance to the back of the room. Left leg extends out, right leg extends back. All right, start to break, come back to center, and then we're going to counter twist to the right. Same thing here. Stay here in the neutralizing twist or Kundiyasana 2. Step the right foot in. Ground the hands to the floor. Left leg goes out to left side, shift, and kick back. All right, let's break. Come back to center. Lift the seat. Come back out of the squat into half moon. Right hand forward about a foot, lobe off to right side. Stepping on the right foot, right hand. Lift the left heel back, left arm up. Half moon. You may stay in the basic half moon, or if you want to start binding, you can bend your left knee, left hand to the left foot for the single bind of your Chapasana, Or you can take both hands to your left foot. Take the full pose. And this is a free hand balance. Start to release. Step it all the way back. Warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, hands to the floor, right foot, stepping back plank. Inhale, one breath. Exhale, chaturanga, push up. Inhale, forward and up dog. Exhale, roll it back down, dog. Inhale, left heel up. Exhale, left knee comes into twist and touch your right arm. Inhale, pick it back up. Left knee comes into twist. Inhale, pick it back up. Left knee comes into twist and hold it here. 3, 2, and 1. Kick it back up. Step the left foot forward. Warrior one. Wrap the hands back behind you. Interlace, but with the other thumb on top. So just non-dominant interlacing of your hands. Gaze upwards, ecstatic warrior. Bow forward, devotional warrior. Stay in that forward fold and release your hands to your floor for support. So we're going to shift back into squat, shift forward into a lunge, back and forth 3 times. So start to shift back, walk your hands back, coming into the Skandasana lunge, squat and then coming forward, lunge deeply. Your left knee can go past your heel. Exhale, take it back to the squat. Come forward into your lunge. One more time. Shift it back into your lunge. Into your squat, come forward into your lunge. This time, take it all the way back and hold it there. So either hands to the floor, especially if you're on your right tiptoes. If you can draw the right heel all the way down and stabilize and can free up your hands together in prayer. So this is just squat of Skandasana. And for those of you with better extension and you want to go into the bind, you're wrapping the right arm around the right shin, left hand back behind you. And then everyone, whether you have the hands on the floor or the bind, looking over your left shoulder behind you. Then start to release and folding over your left leg. So left hand to the outside of the left leg. Start to rotate to your left to square the torso over your left leg. Opposite hand and foot. Right hand to left foot as you fold. All right, if you can't grab the foot, it could be to the leg as long as you're stabilizing with one arm. So Michelle, I think you have the wrong leg and you're facing the wrong direction. You should be facing this direction. Okay. Okay. And sit all the way down. All right. Skandasana. You're going to take your left hand to grab the right ankle. Side bend over the left leg. Raise your right arm overhead and extend. So in this pose, you want to start to stack the shoulders and rotate your torso to the right and upwards toward the sky. And if you have the extension to grab the left big toe with your right hand, go ahead and take the full pose. Start to release. Make your way back up, and we're going to twist. Right hand to the floor behind you, left arm wrapping around the right knee and looking toward the back of the room. So stay here in this twist. Or if you're taking Kundiyasana 1, which is the arm balance, you're going to lift the seat. Left arm hooks to the outside of the right leg. Hands to the floor, shift forward. Right leg kicks to left leg kicks back. Good, getting there. All right, let's take it back to center, and then counter twist to your left. You can press your right arm to inner right thigh. You can stay here, or Kundiyasana 2. So step the left heel in, hands to the floor. As you kick the right leg out to the side, chaturanga your arms, catch your right leg to the right arm, and left leg kicks back. Right leg, right arm, right leg, right arm, and chaturanga your arms. Nope, that's your left arm, right arm, yes. Bend your elbows, looking forward, and shift the entire body forward, and maybe your left leg can kick back and come off the floor. If not, you can just keep your right toes on the floor. So an option is, right, if you can't kick the back foot off the floor, this is a great place just to learn what the shape feels like and keeping the balance, right, keeping the strengthening. And then in time, as you get stronger, you're going to shift forward, just like your crow pose, right? You have to shift forward in order for the back bodies to get light enough to lift off the floor. All right, let's break. Right, we're like this. Okay, square back to center as you, do you have the right? Okay, so as you come back, sit up, half moon, stepping your left foot down, left hand forward about a foot, lobe up to left side, and lift into the half moon. Once you steady your balance, you can bend your right knee, grab the outside of the right foot and kick back. This is your Chapasana with one arm. If you want to take the full pose, both hands to your right foot and kick back to the full balance. All right, beginning to break, release, step it all the way back. Warrior two. Reverse warrior. And then hands to the floor. Plank pose, lower all the way down to the belly. Oh, actually, we took chaturanga, up dog, down dog. My fault. Inhale, step the left foot forward, low lunge. Right foot forward, standing, forward bend. Feet together, knees together, toward the front of the mat. Bend the knees, rise up chair. All right, so stay here in chair for a second. Let me show it to you first. We're going to shift to your left foot. As you lengthen out the left leg, kick the right leg out. Then step the right foot down, come back to chair, and then switch. Left leg out, chair. Right leg out, chair. Left leg out. So we're dynamically moving to work the quads, okay? So come back to chair first, and let's do that together. Stepping on the left foot, kick the right leg out. So stepping on the left foot, kick the right leg out. Step it down, chair. Left leg out, chair. Right leg out, chair. 5 rounds. Left leg out, chair. Right, chair. Left, 3. Right, chair. Left, 4. Right, chair. Left, 5. Stay here in chair. Wrap the hands back behind you. Interlace your fingers. Lift up, gaze upwards. Lengthen and dive forward. Knuckles up and overhead. Release your hands, bend the knees, come back up to chair, tree pose. Stepping on the left foot, pick up the right knee. Sole of the right foot in the left leg. Try to go above the knee joint if you can. If you cannot, go below the knee joint. Arms up and out in a wide position. Connecting to your tree. You may stay here for your tree and a basic tree. If you want to work on additional variations, you have many options. You can take a heart opener by wrapping your hands back behind you and broadening. You can take a side bend, right arm, right leg, left arm overhead. So these are the more simple variations. If you want to take additional variations, you can take a half lotus, top of the right foot, your left hip crease. You can then fold forward if you want. Shift forward to a tiptoe balance, keeping your hands on the floor, or if you can take your hands together in prayer in your tiptoe balance. Now this might be good enough. If you're going further, you can take a pistol squat, yogic toe lock. If you want, you can also, if you want to invert, hands to floor for tripod headstand variation of a half lotus. Your half lotus can then go into a scorpion leg. So there's so many ways you can take this pose however you like. And then further, if you want to take this into an arm balance, you can take the legs to the left arm, lift the head, and shoot the left leg out to the side, coming into Lolasana with a half lotus. So there are many options, however you want to take it. So it is up to your imagination how you want to transition. It could also be that you take little spots along the way. Yeah, so Coco, you could take that into a crow pose with a half lotus, right? Why not? That's right. Good. All right, let's start to finish up. Making your way back up to tree. And then step the right foot down. And let's stay here in chair for a few breaths, right? So for those of us who took a half lotus, this chair actually helps to neutralize your right knee and your right ankle joint. For those of us who didn't take half lotus, this is still just strengthening. Dive forward. Regular crow pose. Hands come forward about 1.5 feet, maybe 2 feet if you're a little bit taller. Hands to shoulders width, palms flat, middle fingers point straight forward. Then bending the arms back and taking the knees to back the arms. Gaze slightly forward to the floor ahead of you. Then shifting the entire body forward when your elbows line up over your wrists. Maybe your toes come off the floor for your balance. So cat, you're almost there. But rather than looking toward your toes, you actually need to look to the floor and it's slightly ahead of you. Because what happens is when your head is down, your head gets heavy and the weight draws too far forward like this. However, if you lift the head, that rebalances your weight a little bit better and that might help you to balance. That's right. Right? Good. Now you don't have to look that far forward. It could be just slightly ahead of you to the floor. That will help you to balance as well. There you go. Right? A little bit steadier than previously, right? So, in case you guys didn't see it, when you take your crow, if you look behind you toward the toes, the weight draws forward toward the head, which means you're actually transitioning into headstand, right? But if you lift the head and look forward, this weight of the head lifting up will rebalance a little bit better, so that will help you dramatically to take the pose. All right, we still have another opportunity. When you're ready, walk back, jump back, chaturanga, up dog, down dog. Step the right foot forward, low lunge. So this is your other leg coming forward first. And then left foot forward, standing forward bend. So notice how I just switched legs, right? Standing forward bend. The reason is because I like symmetry. I don't always want to step with the right foot forward, which creates asymmetry. If you're always doing the same thing, always on the same side first, you're creating asymmetry. So when I do these poses where you step one foot forward, on one side, I'll step with the left foot. The other side, I'll step with the right foot. So you're creating symmetry. All right, bend the knees, rise up, chair. So now we're going to do the kickouts again, right? But this time we'll step on the right foot, kick the left leg out first. All right, stepping on the right foot, left leg out. Chair, right leg out, chair, left, chair, right, chair, left, 3, right, 3, left, 4, right, 4, left, 5, right, 5. Stay here for chair, wrap the hands back behind you, interlace your fingers with the opposite thumb on top, lift up, gaze up, and lengthen to dive forward, knuckles up and overhead. Release your hands, bend the knees, come up to chair. Stepping on the right foot, pick up the left knee, tree pose. Open up the knee to left side, grab the foot, take it to inner right thigh. Go above the knee joint or below the knee joint. Arms up and out. So once you're steady, right, whatever variations you took on the first side, you are repeating the same on the second side. So wrap your hands back behind you with the other thumb on top of you took the heart opener. Side bending over to the left. Left arm, left leg, right arm overhead. If you're taking it further, half lotus, right? Forward fold. Tiptoe balance. With or without your hands. If you took pistol squat. If you came back and you took additional arm balancing or inversions, so I took the tripod headstand, right? So head comes to the floor, lift the legs up. If you want to add the scorpion, right? And then if you took the crow pose variation of that with the half lotus, why not? If you can do it, why not? All right, so in Vinyasa, as long as we stay safe and biomechanically you can transition from one thing to another, I don't think there are really any rules of what you can and cannot do, as long as they make biomechanical sense. One thing flows into the next correctly, safely. Right? Most of what we do in Vinyasa and how we flow into it didn't really exist decades ago, right? We made it up. So much was made up recently because of Instagram and things like that, right? People make up poses. So it's perfectly normal. All right, let's come back to your tree. And then start to transition out by stepping your left foot down and stay here in chair. So for those of us who took a half lotus, this is neutralizing. For those of us who didn't, this is strengthening. Dive forward. Second crow pose. If you have a crow pose into an inversion, into a tripod headstand, go ahead and take your inversion. Good. Keep working on it. Whoop. Oh, careful. And it's easier, right? Take your hands just slightly wider. That's good. It was, I think, a little bit narrow before, so I think this might be better. Try that again. And you were almost there, right, Coco? Say again. Do that again, and let me check. Yeah, they're roughly in the right spot. Oops. Keep trying, but be safe about it, right? So the question was the knee in the right spot? That's relative. That depends on your flexibility, your body proportions, and which style of yoga you do. So for example, in the style of Iyengar, the way they teach it is knee to armpit. So think of your knee and the armpit making a ball and a joint socket. So when you take a knee to the armpits, it creates a dip for you to lock the knees and dip the knees into, right? And that's how you come into it. So it's a much tighter pose. That means it requires a lot more flexibility. So if you're not very flexible, how do you do that, right? So in the Iyengar practice, it's harder to do. So in more kind of like other traditions, you can take your knee to the back of the arm, or you can take the side of the arm. So my preference is to take it to the back of the arm, because when you take your knees to the side of the arms, you have to squeeze in order not to slide, right? So when you're sweaty, that is hard. However, when you take the knees to the back of the arms, the muscles of the arms and the tricep is kind of jiggly, right? So you have to find the right spot. So I like to take my knee closer toward the elbows, like toward the bottom of my triceps, right? Here, so that I'm bonier. So I'll give you a side view here. So rather than taking higher up, which means the muscles up to the back of my arms are kind of jiggly, I take it closer toward my elbows, which is a little bit more solid. So this is the right spot for me. I feel solid. When I take my knees back to the sides of the arms, I can do it, right? But I have to squeeze in. So sometimes for me, that's harder work. So play with it, right? Look for the one that is most solid for your arm balance. And you might have to find different spots. You have to experiment and see what works for you. For me, toward the elbow works because there's less flesh here, less shaky. However, maybe it's too low. You feel vulnerable. You feel like you're going to slide off. You need to go a little higher. If that works for you, take it, right? All right, when you're ready, walk back, jump back. Chaturanga dog, down dog. Left leg up. Step the left foot forward, crescent moon. Right knee comes down. So if you need extra padding, you can always take your mat, right side folding towards center, would double up your mat. If you have other things like blankets or towels, you can do that. All right, so once you're set up, hands to top of the thighs. And you want to lunge your hips forward so you can get into the right quad stretch. But you do also want to check your knee position to the heel. The standard is knee to ankle, vertical line. That's knee to ankle alignment. All right? However, if you're more flexible and more balanced and more advanced, you can go past the knee. However, I think it's not very stable when you go behind the knee. So my preference for most people, vertical line, much easier. Hands to top of the thighs. As you lunge your hips forward, press your hands to your thighs, and think about the belly coming away from the thighs, leaning the upper torso back. And you start to look up gently at an angle. Try not to look straight up unless you can go all the way back without crunching the back of the neck. Otherwise, the gaze is slightly forward at an angle. So the back of the neck is long and supported. Once you're set, arms up, Venus Mudra. I like to take Venus Mudra, index fingers pointing, interlacing the other fingers. If you can, draw the arms behind the ears and back. If that is tight for your shoulders, straight up. If that's also tight, arms forward. You can also separate your arms. So cat, can you lunge your hips further forward? There you go. Okay. All right, so you can stay here in your basic crescent moon. You can come back to modify crescent moon. You can wrap the hands back behind you for the heart opener. So now we're working on variations. You can, if you want, side bend. Right arm overhead. You can side bend. Left arm overhead. Right? So all those are options. You can also start to take binding, the mermaids. Binding. Right hand to outside the right foot. Kick back. Left arm. Forward, up, and back. Mermaid 2. Grabbing the inside of the foot. Draw that foot in. Slip the foot to your elbow crease. Left arm, up and back. Dharma Mitra's variation. Left yogic toe lock, rotating to the right to take yogic toe lock to the back toes, and then right hand behind you, looking past your right shoulder behind you. So this is opposite hand and foot for the bind. Many options. All right, let's start to break. Hands either side of the left foot, tuck the right toes under, half split. Flexing your left foot, line up the hips over your right knee, lengthening the back of the left leg. You are welcome to keep working here with me for preparation, working closer and closer to a split. If you have a split and you know a split, go ahead and take it any time. Otherwise, be cautious and work through the preparation with me. All right, we're going to lunge back forward, step the left foot down, but you're going to crawl the left foot further forward and deepen that lunge forward, going into the hips. So these are preparations. We'll come back one more time before we work into the split. All right, so that's your lunge for the hips, and then you're going to shift back for the left hamstring one more time. The next time you come forward, slide the left heel forward, right knee back. Left heel forward, right knee back, and gently negotiate your way into a split if you have it. If you don't have a full split and you're working toward it, just keep your hands supporting here. Gracia, are you okay? Okay. Sorry. Oh, you okay? All right, when you're ready, shifting back by being light on the front heel and just drag that foot back, coming back into the half split. Then step the left foot down, lunging back forward. Ground the palms. Step the left foot back. Extend the Malasana. Heels together, toes apart. Bend the knees and draw the feet toward the heels in this squatting position with the arms extending forward. All right, so coming out of the split, this is my favorite way to neutralize. All right, down dog. Second side, right leg up. Step the right foot forward, crescent moon. Left knee comes down. Take extra padding to your left knee if you need to. Then walking your hands to top the thighs, and then lunge your hips more deeply forward. So working on that hip first. Then check that the right knee lines up over the heel. That will bring you to a proper alignment to keep safety and stability. Press your hands into your thighs and think about your belly working away from the thighs as you lean back, gently looking up at an angle. Once you're set, arms up, Venus Mudra. You can keep your hands separated. The arms can be straight up or slightly forward, depending on your shoulder flexibility. Continuing to work here, or if you're taking your variations, repeat what you did on the first side. So wrapping hands back behind you, other thumb on top, right? So anytime there is one position for your hands or your legs, there's also the other position with the non-dominant thumb on top, right? So think about all of those binds as a dominant and a non-dominant side working both. Side bending to the right, side bending to your left, binding hand to foot. Same hand, same foot. Outside of the foot is your mermaid one. Same hand, same foot to the inside of the foot, sliding the foot to your elbow crease, and binding is your mermaid two. Dharma Mitra's variation, right yogic toe lock, rotating to the left to grab the left big toes behind you. Half bind with the left arm behind you, looking towards the back of the room is your Dharma Mitra variation of that. All right, so take and interpret your poses however you like, whatever variations you prefer. Whatever you worked on the first side, you are repeating on the second side. All righty, let's start to break. Hands to either side of the right foot, tuck the left toes under, shifting back into a half split. So again, preparation for your Hanumanasana, your split. If you have a split pretty easily and your hamstrings are warmed up enough and you can go ahead and take your full split. You don't have to wait for the preparation, but if you need the preparation like I do, take your time in preparation. All right, that's your hamstrings. Step the right foot down. Walk the right foot slightly further forward and continue to lunge forward, and that will go back into your hips. So this is a little bit deeper than the first lunge. Good. And then shift it back into the hamstrings again. And so the next time you come forward, it is sliding your right heel forward, left knee back into your full split or toward the full split. So when you're ready, right heel forward, left knee back. Right heel forward, left knee back. So I think Beverly is a little bit more open on this side. You look a little bit lower on this side than the first side. All righty. Beginning to break. So be light on the front heel. Drag that foot back, coming back into that Half split, and then step the right foot down as you lunge forward, ground the palms, and step the right foot back. Heels together, toes apart, extended malasana, extended squat. All right, down dog. All right, left leg up for pigeon. Draw the left knee in toward the nose and land that shin to the floor. So you're in a pointed toe position. You're standing on your shin. Left thigh angles out to the side, 30 to 45 degrees. With your hands supporting, inch your right knee back to lower the hips, untuck the toes, walk your hands back, elongate through the spine. So this is where you feel. Are your hips level? If you're sitting on one side, you're going to feel like you're falling off to one side, right? So if you're balanced and properly aligned, you should feel pretty level. When you're set, now you're ready to walk the arms forward, forearms down, or making pillows with your hands. And if you like your variations, feel free to take them again. So you can always stay in the forward fold and twist to the left by picking your right shoulder, right cheek down, left arm up and behind you, maybe binding to the left big toe, or maybe just your lower back. You can twist to the opposite direction by lifting up, walking your left heel further forward to parallel the shin to the front of the mat. Flex your left foot. Then lean the torso over toward the left foot and hook the tricep to the foot, hands together in prayer, and twist. If you like your binds, again, mermaid. Binding, right hand to right foot, kick it back. Mermaid 2, binding to the inside of the foot to your elbow crease, and bind. Right, for those of you who are inverters, here's a great place for you to take a forearm stand. So your forearms come down, you're basically set up already, right? This is your pigeon. Lift up as you step the right foot in, you're going to switch legs, and it's the left leg that comes up, and you sit up right into your forearm stand. Right? And then when you come down, left shin comes back, right leg goes back. So good. Well done. Good. All right. All righty. When you're ready to break, let's make your way back up. Walk your hands back in, tuck the right toes under, press back to the down dog. And then walk it out side to side. Bring some circulation back to your legs. All righty, when you're ready, come back to stillness. Inhale, raise your right leg up. Draw the right knee in, land that shin to the floor. So you're in a pointed toe position, standing on your shins. Right knee, right thigh, angles off to the side, 30 to 45 degrees. Inch your left knee further back to lower your hips. Untuck the toes. Walk your hands back. Elongate through the spine. Make sure you're nice and level. Once you're set, you can make your way forward. Forearms down or pillows with the hands and resting your forehead. I think, Aziza, you can benefit from angling your thigh off to side a little bit more. Yeah, there you go. And that will level out your hips. So now go ahead and walk your hands forward. Try not to fall off to the right, but square back to your left a little bit. Yes, that's better. Do you feel a little bit more on the right glutes? That's what you're looking for. So what happens is sometimes when we favor and lean toward the side of the glutes with the bent knee, you lose the stretch to your glutes of that right side. So right now, we're on the right side with the right knee bent. If you end up leaning to the right, you're going to lose the glute stretch. So you have to come back to level. So you don't want to fall all the way to the left either. You want to come back to a level hip, and that will give you a nice stretch to your glutes on the right side in this case. And if you're taking variations, go ahead and twist whichever direction you like, or taking both if you did. If you took the binding of mermaids, etc., work through your variations that you like. All right, so in my classes, anytime we're holding a pose, you have your option of just holding the basic pose, or you can work on variations, or you can work on transitions. Transitions could be, in this case, into an inversion, into a seated position, into an arm balance. So all those are options that if you like, you can take. Left foot steps forward. Yeah, left foot steps, yeah, there, and then step on the left foot, pick up the right. That's right. Make sure this is still working. Good. So that's your weaker side, right? That's why it's harder for you to kick up on that side. All right, let's start to finish up. When you're ready, walk it back to your down dog. Walk it out, side to side, circulation back to the legs. All right, when you're ready, start to walk your feet forward toward your hands and gently take your feet down, extending the legs forward. Let's start to recline. Using your hands as support, as you slide the hands out, that's bears some of the weight of your upper back, and start to lower onto your back. Once you're on your back, recline twisting. Left knee comes in, right leg stays out to the floor, left arm out to a T, and twist to the right. And start to take it back to center. Switch legs, switch arms, and twist to the other direction. Start to take it back to center, hugging both knees in. And then when you're ready, step the feet to the floor, slide the legs forward, Skandasana, find a relaxation. Let the feet separate, toes are turning out, arms alongside the body, palms face up, eyes are closed. Let it all go. Beginning to draw your breath back in. Starting to move your fingers and your toes. When you're ready, reach the arms overhead, stretching in opposite directions. And then rolling over to the right side and come up to a comfortable cross-legged position. So when you take your cross-legged, let's take your non-dominant shin on top again. So if you're not quite sure what that is, just do your cross-legged without thinking. And then just switch with the other leg on top, and that should be your non-dominant side. So eventually what we want to do is get to the point where you don't even know which is which. That's when you're truly symmetrical. All right, palms face up. Fingers come together, Mudra, thumb and index fingers touching. Ground evenly through your seat, elongate through your spine, let your shoulders broaden, and let the neck be free. Inhale for Hands together in prayer, bowing forward, sealing in the practice. And I'll come up. Namaste, everybody. Thank you for joining me for practice today. And thank you for sharing your practice with me. My name is Stephen Cheng, coming to you live from 333 Grand in downtown Jersey City, New Jersey. Please visit my website, simhayoga.com, for the hybrid schedule, which is in person here at 333 Grand, as well as through Zoom. You can register for class through ubindi.com. And if you're watching this on YouTube, classes are $10, and you can pay through Venmo or PayPal. Payment information on the bottom of the video, as well as my website, simhayoga.com. Thank you again for being here with me and joining me for practice. See you soon.